Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Let me know how you feeling. What's happening?
Wow, it's happening. It's happening, and people are walking down in more numbers. You can hear it from the end of the street. And the coolest thing that's going on right now is there are these tons of kids, and they are literally painting the street. They are with chalk, and then the adults have joined in, and they are painting the street, and you can't tell who's an adult and who's a kid. Yeah, we were just walking around. We heard some music from like a few blocks away, and everyone told us that there's a party going on over here. So my friend Jordan just came on over, and we just saw everybody doing some chalk drawing on the street. I went to art school in New York City, but you can't really major in chalk over there. I think they need to add that to their list of stuff, you know. But that was it. I was just kind of feeling the energy of the scene today, so I jumped on the floor and it got a little messy. Sometimes you gotta get messy.
Cool. What about the festival? What do you think about it? They're holding this festival here.
I think this festival's awesome. As long as it gets everybody out of their place in the street. And whenever there's dancing in the street, you just cannot go wrong with that. But yeah, that was it. I came for the drawing, you know.
What was the meaning behind that piece, man? It's kind of intricate.
I started drawing a little piece, and this little girl next to me was writing her own stuff down, and we kind of like intertwined them together. And then some other kids kind of saw that, and they came over and they started adding their own pieces. And before long, we had this giant collage, so we just kind of connected them all. Because I titled it All Roads Collide. I'm not into like titling stuff because someone always likes to write stuff on there, and I'm like, I don't really understand what they wrote. But I think that one was pretty self-explanatory. You know, just all roads collide, man. Everybody meeting right here and doing their thing and rocking out on the floor.
You know, people were just doing it to be part of the community and be part of the show, part of the festival. So they were just doing it because they wanted to do it.
Yeah. And also to meet other artists.
To meet other artists, yeah. So I think that's really important, that it had nothing to do with this whole commercial thing that's happening right now, and with, you know, gallery representation. Everyone is so competitive, and this wasn't a competitive thing. This was just people getting together and making art.
How was it painting while the dance was going on? I know you guys were focused, but
yeah, man, like some of that drumming was like so powerful, you know. It really like it definitely inspired me to like, and it was also kind of, you know, made it feel kind of like not nervous, but like just like energized, you know, like you felt like thunder. It almost felt like thunder, you know.
So you're a writer. What's your passion?
No, I just do mainly fine arts.
Fine arts.
Like, I'm inspired by, you know, the like urban sort of like shapes, and I'm not like really like graffiti or anything, but just like, you know, like what we see, you know, like urban architecture and what happens from like old architecture and nature and different things, and how they fuse together and create these different sort of complex shapes that we just kind of maybe see on the side of our eye, or, you know, going and running, especially in New York, we're all running around doing different things and taking all this different imagery, you know. But I just let it sort of come through me. I don't like sit down and say, well, this is going to be, you know, a tree or a subway or something like that. I just kind of let it just sort of flow out of, you know, subconscious rather than like what I plan out. And that's why something like this is so great, because it's right there, you know.
In terms of, he had come to see a lot of my stuff, and he knew that I knew a lot of actors. And at first I was a little intimidated by the project because I didn't know really what this was going to be. But then once I came and I saw the space and I started to get an idea for what Ben wanted to do, I got really excited because, like I said before, I have lots of friends who are involved in lots of different projects. I mean, the people I work with are also they're producing their own work or doing projects independently from the company. And so this seemed like such a great opportunity to pull them all together and to get to pull them and get them to come do something collectively that they were going to have fun doing.
Scott Kettner was actually somebody that was in a West African drum and dance performance troupe that Eamon was also a part of, called Magbana, which is led by our drum teacher, Michael Marcus. And so I'm assuming that's how you met Scott. But yeah, so Scott, very much just a lover of all things percussion, was part of this troupe. But his true, I guess the thing that he's focused on has been a form of North Brazilian percussion called maracatu. People know Brazil mostly for the samba carnaval style. His is a little bit different. It's still got that same Brazilian flavor, but it's definitely something a little bit different. And his performance, what a way to start off the festival with a bang, was to bring out a 15-20 person street party. And I mean, he really talk about amping people up. It's a little bit of a comment. It's still staying with the northern Brazilian music, folk percussion music, and it has influences with New Orleans style, second line, parade style stuff. So it kind of brings those two together.